Hey everyone, welcome to your case for candidacy checklist. This is going to be a fairly straightforward document. The best time to use this is whenever you are reviewing your drafts right before you submit your job application. So we are going to treat this tutorial as such as if you are about to submit these documents for a job application. This checklist is going to make sure that no important details are missed. Let's review our agenda for this exercise. First, we are going to go over all of the checklist items for your resume and your curriculum vitae. Next, we are going to make sure that you have everything included in your cover letter. Next, we're going to make sure that you've covered your bases whenever requesting references. And finally, we are going to go through your LinkedIn profile to make sure it is optimized for your job search. And just a quick plug in here, we have an in-depth step-by-step tutorial for every single one of these documents, so that you have a baseline and then you can use this checklist to make sure that all of the information is complete and checked off for you to officially submit your job application. But for this tutorial, we are going to focus on the case for candidacy checklist, assuming that you have all of these documents filled out and ready to review before you hit submit. So make sure you have a clean copy of this checklist and let's jump in. First up, for this particular job application, get out your resume that you are going to be submitting. We are going to double check that our header is up to date with a professional email. The city and the state is listed for the job role, our phone number is included, and our LinkedIn is hyperlinked. Something that's optional, it's not featured in these templates, but you could add your professional title or your aspiring professional title. So for example, like if you're a graduate student, you can put you're a graduate candidate or you're an aspiring candidate for XYZ field. So that's perfectly fine. And then if you're already working, you could put your professional job title that you already do have or your expertise position. Okay, next, we're going to double check your SARI. Make sure that it clearly pitches why you are a great fit for the organization in which you are applying. And then we're going to double check your skills. We're going to make sure that they match the role and pull any keywords from the job description and any tools and processes also that maybe mentioned. And we're going to look at your education, make sure that all of your formalities are included, and then your projects, make sure that they relay relevant experience to demonstrate your competencies for that position that you're applying for. All right, in the next section, again, for experience, make sure you have all your formalities and then include the measurable action-oriented bullet points that showcase, again, your competencies and the value that you could bring to this position in which you're applying. And then last, your extracurriculars. Just make sure that any organizations that you're a part of outside of like professional endeavors or maybe with professional endeavors, any leadership positions that you have, any volunteer work that you do, it's all clearly listed here. And then overall, make sure this particular version of the document is relevant to the job in which you are applying, the specific job. So make sure that it has keywords from that job listing and it really showcases your value of why you're a great candidate and great fit for that particular job listing. For your first action item, use this checklist to thoroughly review your resume or your curriculum vitae. Consider every bullet point for a comprehensive review. Go ahead and get out your cover letter and we'll review that next. So make sure in your cover letter, you list all the formalities at the top for yourself and the hiring manager. If you don't have the hiring manager's information, that is totally okay. But if you do, make sure that you list it. Otherwise, you can just put hiring manager. And then pretty straightforward, we're going into your body paragraphs. So just make sure that your introductory paragraph really shows excitement for the role and the company that you're applying to and what brought you here to apply to that role. This is a great opportunity for storytelling here. And then the second paragraph, we're going to explain why you're qualified with the proof. The third paragraph is going to express why you want to grow at that company and how you want to help serve and steward that company's mission. And then the final paragraph is just formalities, also showing a gracious conclusion for them reviewing your application. And it's going to prompt their response to your application. So you're kind of nudging in there or insinuating that you're looking forward to the next conversation. And then finally, you're just going to close professionally, make sure that all of your contact information is readily available and included. Okay, and then that's it for your cover letter. Next, we're going to do the same thing for your cover letter. Consider every bullet under each section and check it off as it is addressed in your document. Okay, and now let's talk references. Make sure that you've asked your 2 to 3 people that you want to be your references who have actually seen your work ethic. This could be a teacher, a coach, a mentor of sorts, or even a boss if you had a job or a part-time job through school. Make sure you share your resume and that specific job listing with them so that they have context to what job you're applying to. Make sure that you collect all of their information, including the title, the email, the phone number, etc. And then this is optional, but you could ask for a LinkedIn endorsement if you're building an online presence, share a direct quote from them on LinkedIn or a skills endorsement from them in which it showcases that this person actually does know you and they can vouch for your character. All right, so step 3 is forge your chosen references. Complete each of these action items to ensure that they are optimally equipped to support your job search. All right, and last but not least, your LinkedIn profile. Again, super straightforward, really just a copy and paste from your resume. So you mostly did all of the legwork with your resume. Essentially, you just need to put it into your LinkedIn, and then there's a couple other little pieces here. So just to run through this checklist, make sure that you have all of the details for your header with your name, the city and the state for the jobs in which you are applying. If they're in multiple different cities and states, maybe put the one that you're most interested in. If you don't feel comfortable with that, it's fine to put your city and the state in which you are currently located, but maybe put like an asterisk or in parentheses that you are seeking to move or relocate or you're open to that. And then a professional title, which we talked about with the resume, could be an aspiring title if you don't currently have a professional title. This is optional, but you don't have to make your email address public. In the season in which you are searching for a job, it may be helpful for you to have it public, but don't feel like you have to if you're not comfortable with that. It is something that people do commonly whenever they are seeking jobs, or if you own a business of your own and are trying to conduct business through LinkedIn. And then just make sure your about summary is a clear and friendly pitch. It's that mini pitch for your future connects. For anybody who lands on your LinkedIn, it's a quick little opportunity to showcase your story and who you are as a professional and what you are currently doing or trying to achieve. I guess this is really a great chance for you to showcase, what you're working towards, and if new viewers who land on your profile would want to join or follow you for the ride. So for the next few sections, I'm not going to run through these because I feel like it's just redundant. We already ran through it with the resume section. All of your experience, all your education, all your skills, just make sure that they're all current and up to date. Like we said, this is just an easy transfer from your resume, but tweak it, add things if you need to, because this is a broader audience. It's not specific to a particular job application. There might be some other details that might be worth noting on your LinkedIn profile. So make sure you add them there. Any extracurriculars and relevant achievements, add those. You can expand on these if you tailored them to specific resumes, but expand on them here. Make sure that you are actively using your LinkedIn because it's social media. So it's meant to be social. It's not just meant to be your digital resume. It's meant to be this like professional virtual handshake of sorts. So my challenge to you is try to connect with at least 15 people and then make sure that you are following at least 15 companies in which you were interested in. If you can, schedule some time just to get on LinkedIn for literally, it can be as little as 30 minutes a week, but just comment on a post, like some posts, and reshare anything that's relevant to you just to build that activity on LinkedIn. It's going to be really important for recruiters. They want to see that you're active, that you're present, that you're really intentional about pursuing the things that you say that you want to pursue professionally. So just a little tip there from a career strategist. Your last step as we wrap up this checklist is to log into your LinkedIn account. Consider every bullet here under each section and check it off as it is addressed on your profile. Just to quickly recap, you can rest easy knowing that your resume or curriculum vitae, your cover letter, your references, requests, and your LinkedIn profile are all optimized with the necessary information to submit your job application. And just a quick reminder, we have in-depth tutorials for each of these templates. So if you are in need of any of them, please feel free to go watch and grab the template yourself and follow along for a step-by-step walkthrough to complete it from start to finish. You can find these under our Avolv resources and our YouTube channel. Having gone through this checklist, I hope now that you are able to ensure that you have all of the critical and most important details so that you can submit your job application with confidence. Good luck. I hope you get it.